Have you ever wondered how sharks sleep? For centuries, we believed these ocean predators never stopped, constantly on the move, forever hunting. But is that really true? The image of a shark endlessly gliding through the water has fueled both our fear and fascination. It led to the common myth that if a shark stops moving, it dies. Today, we're re-diving deep into the ocean's mysteries to uncover the truth about how these ancient creatures get their rest. Prepare to have your mind blown, because the way sharks sleep is far more complex and fascinating than you could ever imagine. Let's start with the basics. Why did we think sharks never slept? It all comes down to breathing. Most shark species, like the great white and the mako, are what scientists call obligate ram ventilators. That's a fancy way of saying they have to keep swimming to breathe. As they move forward with their mouths slightly open, water is forced over their gills. Oxygen is extracted from the water, and carbon dioxide is released. If they stop, the water flow stops, and they essentially suffocate. So, for these sharks, movement is life. This biological necessity is the root of the myth. How can you sleep if you can never, ever stop moving? This is where things get really interesting. Sharks have evolved incredible ways to bypass this problem. For those species that must keep moving, they don't sleep in the way we do. Instead of shutting down their brains completely, they enter a state of rest while still swimming. Scientists believe they can shut down parts of their brain, kind of like being on autopilot. One half of the brain might rest while the other half keeps the shark swimming and aware of its surroundings. The swimming motion becomes an unconscious, automatic reflex, much like how we continue to breathe while we are asleep. This allows them to conserve energy and perform essential restorative functions without ever stopping. Imagine sleepwalking, but for swimming. But not all sharks are bound by this rule of constant motion. Many species, like nurse sharks and lemon sharks, have a different trick up their sleeve. These are called buccal pumpers. They have strong cheek muscles that they use to actively pull water into their mouths and pump it over their gills. This means they can stop moving completely, rest on the seafloor, and still breathe perfectly fine. If you've ever seen footage of sharks lying motionless in a group on the ocean bottom, you're likely looking at buccal pumpers taking a nap. They often find safe spots, like caves or under ledges, to rest without being disturbed. They might look lazy, but they are fully capable of springing into action if danger or a meal comes near. So, we have sharks that swim in their sleep and sharks that can lie still. This difference in breathing methods creates a fascinating divide in the shark world. The obligate ram ventilators are often the more active, open ocean predators. Think of the torpedo-shaped bodies of great whites and mako sharks, built for speed and constant movement. On the other hand, the buccal pumpers are often found in coastal, bottom-dwelling environments. Nurse sharks, with their more sedentary lifestyle, are a perfect example. Their ability to rest on the seafloor allows them to conserve energy in a different way, waiting for prey to come to them rather than constantly searching for it. But what does sleep even mean for a shark? It's not about dreaming of chasing seals. For sharks, sleep is a period of reduced metabolic activity and responsiveness. Their heart rate slows down, and their energy consumption drops significantly. This is crucial for survival in the ocean, where every calorie counts. Scientists have studied this by observing sharks in controlled environments. They've noted that even when resting, a shark's eyes might still follow movement. This suggests they are not completely unconscious but in a state of low awareness, ready to wake up instantly. It's a light, highly efficient form of rest, perfectly adapted for a predator that can never truly let its guard down. One of the most mind-boggling discoveries related to shark rest involves the Greenland shark. These ancient giants live in the freezing, deep waters of the Arctic. They are the longest living vertebrates on Earth, capable of living for over 500 years. And they appear to be, well, almost always asleep. Observations show them moving incredibly slowly, with their eyes often closed. Even more bizarre, many Greenland sharks have a parasite permanently attached to their corneas, rendering them partially blind. Yet, they are successful predators. It's believed they hunt by ambush and smell, and their extremely slow metabolism means they conserve an immense amount of energy. They are essentially in a perpetual state of slow-motion rest, a living testament to the extreme adaptations of life in the deep sea. The spinal cord also plays a huge role, especially for those sharks that swim while they sleep. Research on the spiny dogfish shark revealed something amazing. The neurons that control the swimming motion are not in the brain but in the spinal cord. This means the brain can power down for a rest period while the spinal cord takes over, maintaining the rhythmic tail movements needed to keep the shark moving and breathing. It's like having a separate, automatic pilot just for swimming. This incredible biological wiring allows the shark to get the rest it needs without compromising its most basic survival functions. It's a perfect example of evolution finding a brilliant solution to a complex problem. So, where do sharks go to get their rest? It depends on the species. Open ocean swimmers might simply cruise at a slower pace in the vast expanse of the sea. Some sharks, like white-tip reef sharks, are known to gather in specific resting areas during the day, often returning to the same caves or ledges. They lie together, sometimes in piles, enjoying safety in numbers. Other sharks prefer to rest alone, tucking themselves into crevices in a reef. These resting spots aren't just random. They are carefully chosen for protection from stronger currents and potential predators. It's like finding the perfect, cozy bedroom at the bottom of the ocean. So, to answer our initial question, yes, sharks absolutely do sleep. They just do it in a way that is uniquely adapted to their environment and their physiology. Whether it's by swimming on autopilot, shutting down half their brain, or pumping water over their gills while lying on the seafloor, these incredible animals have mastered the art of rest. The myth of the sleepless, ever-hunting machine is just that, a myth. The reality is a story of brilliant evolution, incredible adaptation, and the diverse strategies that have allowed sharks to thrive in our oceans for over 400 million years. The next time you see a shark, remember there's a complex, resting creature behind those predatory eyes, navigating the delicate balance between survival and sleep. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the world of sharks. If you found this as fascinating as we did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the mysteries of the natural world. See you next time.